I call the regular meeting of the Milliken Board of Trustees for August 25th, 2021 to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Will the town clerk please call roll?
Trustee Long.
Here.
Trustee Meisner.
Here.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Here.
Trustee Wakeman.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Here.
Mayor Austin.
Here. Does anyone have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Long.
Yes.
Trustee Meisner.
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Any citizens' comments? Any citizens on? So no, we'll skip over to citizens' comments. Are there any discussions or comments on the minutes of August 11th? I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve August 11, 2021 minutes.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Meisner.
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez.
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman.
Yes.
Trustee Long.
I'm abstain. I was not here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich.
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. So are there any questions or comments on the paid list of bills? Hearing none. Town Administrator's report. Town Administrator Powell.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We'll start off my report with saying how enjoyable Beef and Bean Day was this year. I had the opportunity to be a judge for the backyard barbecue. Lots of good food, and it was lots of fun. Working with other people that were judges, it was just a fun thing to do. That I have never done it an event before, so. The kids' queue seemed like it was also quite entertaining. So I think people from, was it just Civica?
Just Civica.
That judged that one. It would be fun to see those two events grow. I think a lot of people would be probably more interested in doing something like that. It seemed like everybody enjoyed themselves that were doing it. So just my opinion. But it was busy. Give a lot of credit to these guys that were out there working all day, nonstop. So I want to thank staff for all the hard work they put in for that day. So anyway, as I said during the work session, Don and I, Forrest Leaf, and possibly Scott Holwick will be meeting with the City of Greeley on Tuesday, August 31st to discuss the amendment for the IGA regarding water treatment. So keep your fingers crossed that all goes well. We did meet with Randy Ray with Central Colorado Water Conservancy District last week, and that was to discuss the first use water and see where they sat on that. We've had that water since 2001. We've never paid any assessments on it. It appears to me during our conversation that they would probably be willing to forego those past assessments. But of course we would have to obtain storage. So again, like I said, with the water, it all kind of starts with Greeley, if they'll treat our GLIC water. If so, we've got this first use water we can look into doing. If we do that, we have to make sure we have storage for it. Plus we have 100 acre feet of GLIC water the town currently has. So all that would have to go through water court. But we just need to make sure it can get treated. I think diversifying our water portfolio, if you will, would be very beneficial to the town. The poles have been installed at the dog park for the camera system. I don't know when they're planning on installing the cameras. So I know that Keith was going to get hold of somebody from Greeley Lock and Key and find out when that'll occur. Next meeting, I will be bringing to the board a proposal for the Cherry Street storm drainage improvements, and this is for the engineering portion of that project. Again, that's an important piece. That will give us the material that we need to go out for grants, if any grants are available, such as a Tier 2 Department of Local Affairs grant that we could receive some funding for that project. So, which we could look at doing in 2022, possibly. So, and that's all I have. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks, Cheryl.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. We have an intergovernmental agreement between ourselves and Weld RE5J School District. I'll take a motion.
Make a motion we approve consent agenda.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman? It passed. Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Meisner?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
Yes.
Mayor Austin?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda is public hearing for ordinance number 793, amending the mixed-use commercial downtown zone district. This is Pepper McClanahan, Community Development Director. The time is 6:37, and I'm going to open the public hearing.
Good evening, Mayor and trustees. The purpose of the public hearing is to add back in a use that was in the previous land use code for drive-through facilities in the MUCD district. The discussion with the advisory group was and the reason it was removed from this land use update were that they were concerned about traffic conflicts coming out on Broad, the inability to get curb cuts out onto Broad. However, after visiting with a couple of interested businesses, there may be a way to design vacant corner lots so that drive-through facilities may work through creative site planning on those properties. And so before you tonight is an ordinance to add back in as a conditional use permit, so that would come before you for review along with the site plan to allow the drive-through facilities in MUCD. The MUCD district runs from Alice Street down to Kathleen, and it's approximately 1 block either side of Broad. It's sometimes a little more than that, but that's approximately the zoning district that we're looking at. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Any public comment? Hearing none, I'm going to, at 6:39, close the public hearing.
I have a question.
And we will move to board discussion, starting with Trustee Meisner.
Yes, don't we already have an existing drive-through business on Main Street?
Not that I'm recalling.
A bank?
I don't believe that that's true, but I don't believe that they exit out. I mean, they use the side streets, correct?
No, you enter off Broad Street. You can also exit off Broad Street.
They have an existing curb cut, so, yeah. So you're correct.
Okay. Additional comments, Trustee Rodriguez?
I have none.
Trustee Wakeman?
Have none.
Trustee Long?
Nothing for me.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich?
I have none.
I have no questions. There's no further discussion. I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve ordinance 793 a text to amend the MUCD district drive-through ordinance.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Wakeman,
I abstain.
Trustee Long,
Yes.
Trustee Miesner,
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is consideration for approval of resolution number 21-15, a resolution in support of EIAF grant application. Pepper McClanahan, Community Development Director.
Good evening, Mayor and trustees. This resolution is to satisfy one of the grant application requirements that we come before you and get your authorization to make application for the grant. We met with the regional manager for DOLA for our area earlier in August and discussed the application, the reason for the application. They seemed generally supportive. They were supportive of the amount that we projected it may cost. So we would do similar to what we did with the land use code update. We would do an $80,000 request with $80,000 matching. It is in the budget. Actually, it's in the budget as the entire 160, which is why my budget went up so much. And of course, if that is granted, then we would have, matching funds and a reduced line item for that. The reason for the update is that our current plan is about 6 years old. Usually you update comp plans on a 5-year cycle. Reviewing some of the information and the projections with the Planning Commission, it became very obvious that they're very dated and they missed the target. Our growth projections were underestimated, which is rare for a comp plan because usually you go, kind of pie in the sky more than that. That they were under by 1,000 or somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000. So they projected Milliken at being about 7,200 people population by 2020. And we know, depending on the source, we're anywhere from 8,100 to 8,500. So it's definitely time to update that. Typically, you update your comp plan and then you update your regulatory documents for zoning and subdivision, et cetera. As part of our RFP for this, if we're granted and move forward, we would request that the selected consultant provide some information on what sections of the land use code need to be updated to reflect the changes in the adopted comprehensive plan. The deadline for the grant application is September 3rd, so it's coming up. Staff is prepared and ready to plug and play into the data into that and to meet the application deadline. This is the same funding that we used also for the comprehensive plan or for the land use code update. So happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Take questions from the board. Trustee Long,
Nothing from me.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich,
I have none.
Trustee Wakeman,
I have no questions.
Trustee Rodriguez,
I have none.
Trustee Miesner.
No questions.
All right, seems pretty clear cut. So at this point, I'll take a motion.
The Board of Trustees support an update to the 2015 Comprehensive Plan and approve Resolution 21-15.
Second.
Town clerk, please call for a vote.
Trustee Long,
Yes.
Trustee Miesner,
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez,
Yes.
Trustee Wakeman,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mayor Austin.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Mayor, if I could just add, the updated comprehensive plan is also a very important tool for when we update the water and wastewater master plan. So this it's perfect timing to do this because we're working on the update for the water and wastewater master plan. So.
Oh, thank you. Okay. The last thing is on the information agenda. We have the police department report and the excavator skid steer leases. Does anybody have any questions on those? Those are written reports. No questions? I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjourned.